In this video, I want to talk about the neck. Yes, my favorite topic, my most loved body part. I am trying to send love to my neck, but yes, in this video, I want to show you a very quick, keep your neck in check sort of treatment that I would do to somebody coming into my office. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Christine Byer here, licensed esthetician for 22 years. On this channel, we talk about your skincare journey because it's never one thing that makes your face look better. I have been working on clients for the last 22 years and I've seen so many different types of necks and they don't all need the same thing. But I would say nowadays, most people need to release the neck, especially the muscles that engage most when we look down at our phone, at the computer, at our iPads. Tech neck is really affecting the way people's necks age. So what I do on clients, even as I'm doing my cleansing routine, I start out every facial with a double cleanse. I start walking up and down their sternocleidomastoid, which is this big ropey muscle. You turn your head to the side, you can see it. It's not hard. This muscle will start to give, it will start to relax. And you're just sort of pinching the side. If you have fingernails, you're gonna have to turn your fingers really to the side. You can see here, I'm just going up and down. I do this all the time, and you've probably seen a video of me doing this before. But what happens is this sternocleidomastoid, or the SCM, from all this pitching forward, it gets shortened, and then we get into this forward flexion position, and it doesn't do a lot for the body and it doesn't do a lot for the face. It really puts a lot of stress on the body. And then things that are trying to drain are just not going to drain very well. So I like to drain, I'll flush this area out because this is where all the lymph, sort of the main lymph portals reside. But I'll flush this area out, and then the next thing I do is the neck. So I get things moving and all those wastes and toxins flowing out. And I get much better results when I do this on clients. Like if they have puffiness through here, if I release this, I just get a more complete result and they drain better. So you'll do this, I don't know, a few minutes. You can do it at the end of the day for a few minutes if you know you've been bent down in tech neck position for a lot of time during the day. You'd also want to do, it depends, if you have a really skinny neck, doing microcurrent but wrapping it this way, and if it's a long neck with like the accordions, you want to make sure you're going up as well, so it's just a grid on the neck, sideways and up. Now on my neck, because it's a fuller, heavier neck, if I do the upward movement with microcurrent, this overdevelops and I just don't look very good because this is full on me anyway. What I would do is use microcurrent laterally, but I want to do a little bit more lymph drainage. Let me show you how I do that. I'm just going to use a little bit of percussion, or biotherapeutic vibration, and percussion is sort of popping up in all sorts of new devices right now. It has been around since the beginning of time. In facial massage, we call it tapotement. So we're just vibrating, or it's just like we're beating a drum, right? So we're creating a vibration, helping pulse out excess lymph that gets trapped underneath the neck area. So I'm just gonna grab some of my conductive gel and apply this. This is my Hydrolift. So you'll wanna do this after you wash. You might wanna do a little exfoliation, and then all your products can absorb better. And this device, this is called the Curve, and it also has the biomechanical vibration. It's got RF, LED, and ultrasound, and so it does a great job for clearing out the lymph underneath the chin. So we tend to collect a lot through here because there's just a lot of fat and a lot of lymph that collects around it. Let's move that lymph. So this is a German designed, and I'm going to put it on mode 3. You can hear that vibration, and I'm going to turn it on full vibration. I hope this is not interrupting the sound of my video. So you see how I'm not really going over the thyroid. I'm hugging the jawline. So I'm hugging this jawline. And I do this on clients, And I also like to go down the side because usually we've got quite a bit of sun damage, especially on the driver's side. You know, the car, being in the car, we get a lot of sun damage on our left side here in the States. So this is what I'll do. I'll do this just maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long time. This is a very fast acting device. And remember, we loosened these up, and so now freeway is clear. We won't get a lymph traffic jam like I like to talk about. Don't even need to go over the thyroid. I mean, I'll sometimes do it quickly. If you have thyroid issues, definitely avoid the thyroid. And yeah, so this is just clearing out toxins, waste, bulkiness, debris, you know, just junk, that cellular waste that our body makes. When we release first and then really clear out lymph and bring in fresh circulation, that sets the stage for a nice rejuvenating neck treatment. So this has also radio frequency and, as you can see, LED. I like to do it sideways, back and forth, the stutter movement underneath that fatty chin area. Lots of fat in there. Let's really clean it out. I'll give that a second to drain. And then next, I like to end with microcurrent, and then sometimes I'll do LED, you know, just like a 10-minute LED session afterwards. And the closer the LED is to your skin, the better. So you can see how much nicer this looks already. It feels much better to me. I can usually feel the fluid and the lymph that gets stuck in there. And then we'll just do a little bit of microcurrent quickly. So these come in so many different colors. These are the Clear Blend Minis, and I really like these. They are simple, but they're so light and easy to use. I think for a beginner, even an advanced person understands how easy these are to use. They have randomized frequencies, so it's sort of always a varied workout for the skin. The muscles never acclimate to it. It always keeps them guessing. So that's really something you should look for in a quality microcurrent device. Okay, so I'm just going to use one on each side. If you only have one, you'll go slow. Now, for the purposes of the video, I always go really fast because I don't want people to get bored, because you're really supposed to hold it for the entire 10-second swipe, right? So the move takes 10 seconds. All right, so that's the start. And 10. Yeah, and you would just work the neck. Remember, look how far back I'm going. Now, if you have a shorter neck, this is what you do. If you have a longer neck, go ahead and do this. Especially if you have lines in your neck, go ahead and just pull those lines out. Use the probes of your device to sort of do a gua sha or a facial contouring massage, like pulling those wrinkles out, because they sort of get re-traumatized every night when we sleep or we look down. Pull those out because you really have to relax them and move them out, stretch them out. And I like to a lot of times come up to right in front of the ear. It's very helpful. All right, so you can also do a vector, which is like this, where you go up under the jaw and behind the ear, and then under the jaw in front of the ear. These are vectors. I talk about vectors in a lot of my videos. They are moves with your devices that cut across common areas of facial sag and also help you get better results when you're lifting. So that is how I would do a neck treatment if somebody came into me with a neck a lot like mine. I have a lot of tools. It just depends on what people have going on. A lot of times people will have very tight traps, and that will affect things. And so I'm doing a lot of work behind the neck and the shoulders, trying to release things. And so just know that, you know, anytime you do upper neck stretches and upper body stretches, you know, opening up the chest and stretching out the traps and all this stuff. Here's a good trap exercise where I've got my hand all the way behind my back, and this gets a different area, and then you can put it at your mid back and it gets a different area. But yeah, doing exercises like that, this is very tight, but this keeps us mobile and also keeps blood flowing, and blood flow is golden as we get older. So Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye now.